Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have some new products that I want to show you guys that I have not tried yet, and I want to try them with you guys today and do a quick first impressions. So I'm filming this like on the 29th of December. I haven't actually filmed my December favorites yet. Hopefully I can film that tomorrow. I actually have not been filming at all because I had a huge sty in my eye. I don't know how I got it, but I got it the day that I filmed the LA Colors video using some new products that I purchased from them. Yeah, so I did the video, and then that evening I noticed there was like a sty in my eye, which actually never happens to me. I think I've had a sty like one time in my whole lifetime, so I don't know what happened. But either way, I want to go ahead and film my December favorites, so they're gonna be probably coming like the first week in January. It's not gonna be like the end of December. So definitely look out for that. But today I just have a quick first impressions for you guys. I am gonna go ahead and put my eye prepping set by Mario. You guys already know that I love this primer. So what I do is I just mix the two shades and then I place that on my eyelid. I've already done my brows with a brown pencil. Yeah, it's the Velour brown pencil. I've used that before here on my channel. So I used it today because I hadn't used it in a long time, so I wanted to go ahead and pull that out. But I do have another brow product that I want to use today that I want to try. So once I have that all blended in, I go in with that powder to set it. So for eyes today, I'm going to go in with the Lime Crime Greatest Hits Classic Shadow Palette. This is what it looks like. When you open it up, it has a mirror. So here are the shades in this palette, just really beautiful shades. Love like these really beautiful like plum kind of cranberry undertones. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this today. And along with this, I'm going in with the KVD Dazzle stick. I'm gonna go ahead and use the shade Flash Storm. Here's what the packaging looks like. And this is something that I mentioned in one of my recent hauls. So I do want to use this today. I'm going to go ahead and take this Morphe E13 brush, and I'm going into the shade Divine. And I'm just going to place that in my crease. This is like a gray purple shade. I think I have one other Lime Crime palette that I really do like. I really love their Velvet Matte lipsticks. Those were some of my favorite like forever. Still have them in my collection. I just haven't pulled them out. Now I'm going to go in with the Morphe M518. I'm going to go into the shade Venus. It's this really pretty like cranberry shade. I'm just going to go right into the crease with that. I don't want to go too far up because I want it to be like a gradient effect. Okay, so now what I want to do is go in with that Dazzle stick. I have not used this, so we're just going to go ahead and just place it on the eyelid. And it's going on pretty creamy. Oh wow, that is pretty. You guys see that? So it really went on easy, but what I want to do is take a brush to be a little bit more precise. I'm just going to use this Anastasia 18 brush. I put a little bit on my brush, and I'm going to actually just take it and pat it onto the eyelid. This is so, so pretty. Okay, and now I'm going to take a little bit and put it on this eyelid. Now I'm going to take the Morphe E18 brush, and I'm going to go into the shade Mud, which is this shade right here. And I'm going to actually place that on the corner of my eyelid, kind of into the center of my crease, just kind of deepening up that area. I'm just kind of pressing it in. If we take a little bit of the KVD stick, the Dazzle stick, we can always go back in and put a little bit more. The two shadows I recently used, the Venus and the Mud shadow, they are a little bit powdery, but they're very pigmented and very easy to use, so that's really not an issue because they're coming off so beautifully on the eye. I am going to take a little bit more of the Dazzle stick with my brush, and I'm just going to press it in those areas where the shadow might have taken it off a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and take a makeup wipe and then just clean it up. I don't have a lot of glitter fallout from that Dazzle stick, which is surprising because it's very glittery on the eyelid. Okay, we'll come back to this palette to finish off the look. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. And I'm gonna use that all over the perimeter of my face. Then I'm gonna go in with my Revolution Pore Perfecting Primer. It's this one right here. I'm just gonna put this on my T-zone. For foundation today, I'm gonna go in with my Huda Beauty foundation stick. This one's in the shade Amaretti. I think I'm saying that right, I'm not sure. So I'm gonna go ahead and swipe this on my face. And I'm gonna use a brush because I really like using a brush with this. I'm actually gonna go in with this e.l.f. buffing brush. I'm just gonna buff that into the skin. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my brush on the stick because I feel like when I put it on my face, it doesn't warm up fast enough. And I feel like when I put it on the brush, it warms up a little bit faster and it's easier to apply. I love this foundation because it looks so like seamless on the skin and it does last a long time. It's not mask friendly, but it is still a nice foundation. So now that I've put on my foundation, I'm gonna go in with my Hourglass concealer. I love this concealer. It is one of my favorites. Normally what I do is I put Beech right here at the bottom. And I'll put a little bit here. And then I take Sepia and I put Sepia in the inner corners. And I add a little bit here too. Not always, but sometimes when I want a little bit more of a highlighting effect. And I am going to use this IT Cosmetics concealer brush. I have been loving this concealer brush. One day, I think it was in the LA Colors video, I was doing a video and I was too lazy to get a sponge. And I used this brush and I was like, I need to use that brush more often because it blends everything out so well. It just makes everything look really smooth. I'm going to put a little bit on the sides of my nose now. I have been doing that lately because I get a little bit red right here for some odd reason. I think it's hormones. I'm getting up there in age and so that's kind of what happens. Everything changes. So now I'm going to go in with my Tarte Shape Tape. As you guys know, I love this stuff to cover up my melasma. And I'm just going to take that e.l.f. buffing brush and I'm just going to press that into the skin. So now, of course, I'm going to go in with my One Size powder. I love this powder. It is so good, guys. I'm almost finished with the smaller size. It is just such a good powder. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this Morphe M501 brush and I'm just going to press that into my under eyes and also on top of the Tarte Shape Tape. Just sets everything so well. Usually I just use it for this area and then of course my T-zone. Sets everything in place. So recently I went to Sephora and I picked up the shade 300 in this new Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation. I was so excited when I saw this online because I really do love Fenty products. Now their cream products didn't do too well for my skin, but her bronzers and her highlighters and her lip glosses are really good. So yeah, I was really excited to pick this up. So this is what it looks like. It's a lot wider than the bronzer and it's a lot thicker than the bronzer. So it comes with a mirror and then this is the powder itself. Now again, I got the shade 300. It does come with a sponge, which I'm not going to use today. So I'm just going to use this big powder brush. And I'm going to set the rest of my face with this powder. Now I know it's a powder foundation, but guys, I like a full coverage foundation. And I typically don't do a powder foundation because of my melasma. I have not figured out a technique to actually cover up melasma and use a powder foundation. So what I'm going to use this for today is just kind of to set my makeup on the perimeters of my face since I already put the OS powder on the center. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. It's not super powdery. I'm putting my brush in there and it doesn't come off like super powdery. I'm really having to like move my brush around, which is nice because it's not going all over the place. And I feel like this shade is perfect for me. I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the eyes before I go into bronzer. So I'm gonna go back into Divine, which is that kind of gray shade. And I'm just going to press that on my under eyes. I might just use this shade by itself. I'm gonna take a clean brush and just kind of smooth out the edges because I noticed they look a little wonky, so just want to blend them all out, make them look smooth. So now I'm going to go in with this Makeup by Mario Master Matte's Brightening Pencil. This is one of those pencils that's kind of like a cream color that kind of brightens up the eyes, especially when you're wearing like a dark shadow like I am today. This is neat because it comes with its own sharpener, and then here's the pencil itself, and that's the shade. So we're just going to go ahead and put that in my waterline. It just kind of brightens up that eye really well. I heard some good things about this pencil. I heard that it really stays in the waterline, so I am curious to see how well it lasts throughout the evening. So now for bronzer, I am going in with the LA Colors bronzer. Like I said, I did do a video using some of these products from LA Colors, and I really love this bronzer. I thought it was so beautiful on the skin. I'm gonna use it today, and I'm just using this Japanesque brush. It's one of those tapered fluffy brushes. All right, so I did purchase this NYX Tinted Brow Mascara. This is in the shade Black. I purchased this because I heard so many good things about this. I heard it like fills in your brows and keeps your brows like intact. So this is what it looks like. It's a lot longer and larger than my e.l.f. Wow Brow, and the brush is a lot bigger as well. So that's the brush right there. So I'm going to brush my brows. So I am going to wear lashes today. I got these House of Lashes, the Merrigold set at Sephora, and it comes with a glue. I heard this House of Lashes glue is like really good, so I want to try it. I heard it dries really quickly, but I thought these lashes were so pretty. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and put these lashes on, and I'll be right back, and then we'll finish the makeup look. All right, the lashes came out so pretty. I love the glue too. It dries really fast. I didn't have to wait like the 2 minutes that I normally wait when I use my Duo Lash Glue. So I will be picking up a bigger size of that House of Lashes glue because that stuff really works. So now what I'm gonna do is use some mascara. I'm gonna go in with the Lash Princess mascara, and I'm just gonna put some on my top lashes just to kind of blend everything in to those falsies. Then I'm gonna go in with my Huda Beauty Legit lashes. I'm going in with the curl and length side because it's a smaller brush, and just kind of put a little bit on my bottom lashes. So I did get a little bit of mascara down here, but I'm going to clean it up in just a minute. So let's go ahead and go in with the Laura Mercier. This is the lip pencil in Hazelnut Tea. I actually saw this on Adrienne Bailon's channel, and I loved the combo that she used that day, so I have that combo with me today. So now I'm going to go in with the KKW lipstick, and this is a pencil lipstick, and I think this is in the shade Kim. So I don't have any new blushes, but I am going to go in with an e.l.f. blush. I can't see the name because I don't have my glasses, but I'll put that right here. I'm going to apply it with an e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, and I'm just going into the product. As you can see, it's very pigmented. I'm just going to place that just on the high points. You see how pigmented that is? Pigmented, and it goes on really easy. Love the way these blend in. And I like to go up now with my blush. I feel like going up towards the temples kind of elongates that cheekbone. So I like to go a little bit higher than normal. I still like to stay on the back sides of my cheeks. I don't normally put anything right here on the front. So what I'm gonna do is go off camera. I'm gonna clean that area up, and then I'll come back, and then I'll do a quick first impressions on the products that we use today. All right, guys, so I didn't put on highlighter, but I am gonna go in with the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude Glow highlighter. I really do love this highlighter. I feel it looks really soft and smooth on the skin. So I'm going to just use this brush, and it's by Sigma. It's a pointed crease brush. It's not made for highlighter, but I'm going to use it today because I love that it's not super dense. So I'm just going to lay that on the tops of my cheekbones. I love this highlighter. I think it's just like so perfect, very smoothing. I'm going to put a little bit on my nose, my Cupid's bow, put a little bit above my eyebrow. I'm going to put a little bit on my brow bone just to kind of tie that all together. So I do want to set my makeup. I'm going to set it with this makeup setting spray. It's a hydrating setting spray by YSL. I actually purchased this at Macy's when it was on sale, and I have been loving it ever since. I forgot to mention it in my November favorites, but it will be mentioned in my December favorites. Let me go ahead and spray this on my skin. All right guys, let's go ahead and go over these products really quickly. As far as the KVD Dazzle Stick Shadow, I love this. I think it's super creamy, super easy to put on. When I went on the eyelid, I didn't feel it tugging or anything. And I will say by using a brush with it, it even gets a little bit more creamier. So you're not gonna have a lot of glitter fallout with these. I just feel like it went on beautifully, and I love the shade of this. I think it went perfect with this eye look and the shadows that I use from the Lime Crime palette. So yeah, this is a big, huge plus for me. I did buy another shade of this, and I am gonna go back and look for more shades because this is going to be something simple that you can just put on the eye, especially if you want that glam look. Put it on the eye and then go. I think it's perfect for that. And as I mentioned, the Lime Crime eyeshadows, I really did love this palette, guys. I think it's so beautiful, especially for the winter months. It just has those perfect warm tones. I love the cranberries in here, the plums. It just looks really beautiful on the eye, and they went on really easy. Now they are, like I said, a little bit powdery, but not so powdery that it's gonna be annoying. So yeah, I did like the look that I came up with. Really beautiful palette. And I did pick this up at Nordstrom's. I did not pick this up like at Sephora. I'm not sure if they have it, but I know Nordstrom still has this palette. All right, so for the Fenty Beauty powder, this is a good powder, guys. I thought that it set my foundation really well. It didn't like break up my foundation. It didn't make it fade or anything like that. It went on really smoothing. Now I only used it like on the perimeter of my skin, but I will try to use this like all over just to see how it sets everything. And I will be testing whether it's long lasting or not. But for today, I really felt like it's a very good powder, very smoothing powder. It's like the perfect shade. And like I said, I typically don't use powder foundations. I do use them, but I only use them in the sense to actually set my foundation. But I'm sure this would be a really good powder foundation for those of you who just want like smooth skin, who don't have like any imperfections, and you just want to put on something really light. This did feel very light. It does not feel heavy at all on the skin. Normally you would find powder foundations to be heavy, but this one is not. It's very light on the skin. As far as the House of Lashes, I love the lashes that I got. I actually purchased these for $8, and then I got another 20% off. I wish there was more. I purchased 2 of these. But yeah, they sold out really quickly. But this House of Lashes glue, guys, is a game changer for me. I'm telling you, I did not have to wait but maybe like a few seconds, and that sucker was already tacky. So really excited about the House of Lashes glue. I am gonna be picking up a bigger size of that for sure. So for the lip liner and the KKW lipstick, love this combo. So glad that I picked these up. I think that they look really beautiful. They especially go well with this eye look because the eye look is really bold, and I wanted something just a little more muted, you know, just a little bit softer, and this is like perfect. I love the combination. I especially love this lipstick. I didn't know whether I was gonna like this or not, being that it's like a pencil form, but it is very, very creamy on the lips. So really do love this. For the NYX Tinted Brow Mascara, I do feel like this tinted my brows really well. What I didn't like is that when it came out, it kind of was gloppy at the edge. Now it just might be that it's because it's a new tube, so I will be using it a little bit more to see if it distributes a little bit better. But when I did use it at first, it went through, and then the second time I went in, it had like this big glob, so I had to get like a brush and brush it out. But I really feel like it did tint my eyebrows really well. I just don't know if it did it as well as my Brow Wow by e.l.f. So yeah, I'm gonna use this a little bit more, let you guys know how it turns out. And then for the Mario eyeliner, the light one eyeliner, I really feel like it is still inside the waterline and it has not moved. It looks the same as when I first put it on. So I hope this will last throughout the evening. I'm not gonna be doing anything special, but I just wanna wear it and see if it kind of like wears off. So yeah, this is really good. It's very creamy too, guys. When it goes on, it doesn't feel like it's like scratching that waterline. It just feels like it goes on super creamy and smooth. All right, guys, so that is it for this first impressions. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I am so glad to be back here on YouTube after having that sty in my eye. I'm glad it's healed and it's done. So now I can just move on and make more videos for you guys. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. And I hope you guys had a great Christmas and I hope you guys had a great New Year as well. So don't forget to subscribe, take care, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.